My name is Tiffany Grissette. I was Tiffany Zalaya before I got married. I'm the class of 1995 and I'm from Long Beach, California. That's a cool story. So I came home from school one day and I was watching The Facts of Life, and I said to my mom, I really want to go, I want to do that, you know. I didn't know exactly what that was, but I want to do that. And she's like, oh, you want to go to boarding school? And I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. And she was like, well, I always wanted to do that too. So a few days later, she came home with all these pamphlets about this program called A Better Chance, because, you know, it was just me and my mom. She was a single mom, so she didn't have a lot of money, and this program was for minorities to go to, you know, private schools. So long story short, I got accepted into that program, and I ended up at Verde Valley, and I met Wanda, and I watched the video, the VBS experience video or whatever, and yeah, that's how I came to VBS. I thought it was really dusty. I thought it was really dusty. I was really intrigued by the personalities that were there at the school. I don't remember having any kind of sense of the surroundings, but I just remembered thinking that they were really, really beautiful, and I took a lot of hikes with people. But yeah. I mean, I fell in love with it quickly, but yeah, at first I just thought this place is really scary because there's bugs and dust everywhere. The throw hut. I don't know if the throw hut is still there, but yeah, that was definitely my favorite place. I would hike there often, like sometimes in the middle of the early morning. I would go and hike to throw hut and stay there until it was time to go to breakfast. That was definitely one of my favorite places on campus. Oh my gosh, there's so many. But yeah, some of the teachers who had the biggest influences on me were Dave Smith. Definitely, he was my dorm dad my very first year, along with Miriam Ricketts. So they were definitely influential. Alex Reyes was my Spanish teacher for all 4 years and is still a great friend of mine. She was like a best friend. And then finally Wanda Stewart happened to be, you know, one of the greatest friends that I have even now, and definitely very, very influential when I was going to school there. A sense of community, a sense of belonging. I would say that, yeah, VBS still, I mean, that's the feelings that I get when I think of VBS, that I have this community and a sense of belonging with people for the rest of my life. And I will never foster relationships as strong as I did when I was at Verde Valley. Field trips for me, I mean, that would definitely be something that even when I talk about it to other people to this day, they're very amazed and like, wow, you did that? That's really cool. But some of the VBS traditions, I would have to say, and I don't know if you guys still do this now, but Fire Run was definitely kind of like an outer body experience for me, I think. Mostly because I was a 4-year senior, so as a freshman, that's all I could think about was I want to do Fire Run, and then when I actually got to do it, it was as amazing as I had thought it would be. Yeah, I think the part about Fire Run was that you were so scared out of your mind running down Napoleon. Like, you weren't sure you were going to make it. You weren't sure you were going to live through that experience. And so when you did, and then you're down there at the bonfire, you're like soaking wet from being scared and being so hot because that flame in your hand is like super like strong and hot. I don't know what other words to describe it. But yeah. I would say don't be so hard on yourself in the beginning. You know, I think I had a hard beginning there. I really missed being at home and my mom. But I had such a great time there. I just wish I could have had a great time the whole 4 years. So I would say, you know, don't be so hard on yourself and just relax. Relax a bit. Stop being so uptight. But yeah, that's what I would say.